everyone, it's Abigail of the Black Book Space and Abyssinia Motherland Jams Belly Dance. I am talking about something interesting today. If you are getting negative comments on YouTube videos, Instagram posts, Facebook posts, wherever, my advice is not to delete it. Don't ignore it, but I will tell you 5 things that you can do instead. So come back in a moment and let's chat. All right, so we are back. So I would definitely consider myself to be a introverted business owner. I am one, I'm pretty shy. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like any of that. I also consider myself to be a very kind person. But kind people have limits too, and everything needs to be done in balance. So let's talk about 5 things you should do instead of deleting these YouTube comments, because of course you can delete them. But someone once said that any type of attention or publicity is great publicity. And that's what our premise is today. So the first thing I think you should do when you get a negative comment, don't delete it. Don't take the high road. Clap back at that person. Clap back. Say what exactly is on your mind. Now, you may not want to use any profanity because YouTube will probably flag you for that. However, what I found in many cases is YouTube, I think, does the best it can to, prevent people from getting hurt and keeping people safe. However, sometimes people slip through the cracks, right? People comment things on your video like horrible. Someone did that to me this morning. That's what inspired me to talk about this. Well, there have been a couple of things that have happened that have inspired me to talk about this, but one in particular, people will comment on your videos when they can just keep scrolling by. Same with Facebook, same with Instagram. I think that you should clap back. That's what I always do. So that's why that's my number 1 rule. So if someone decides that rather than scrolling by the beautiful video of you dancing or talking to your children or reading a book or whatever you happen to be doing in your own life, don't let it go. Don't take the high road. Go low. Go below the belt. Call them the names that you would like to call them. Be mean. That is my number 1 advice. I know it's probably unpopular advice and people say that it's best to take the high road, but I feel like when we do things like that, in my opinion, we're enabling people. And when people are not being kind, it's okay to let them know that they're not being kind in not so subtle ways. So that's my number 1 tip. Number 2 is to be kind. And I mean to be overly kind. Compliment them on all of their subscribers, which they most likely do not have. You can be sarcastic in your kindness if you like, or you can be overly kind. You can say, I hope that you are doing really well in life. I hope that whatever anger you have, you get over it. I hope that you have a great day today. I hope that whatever is bothering you, it gets better. You can be that person. You can be that person. And I think there is room, of course, in this world for people like that. If that's what's on your heart, if you're feeling like being kind, then do it. I'm just saying I don't think we should ignore the comments. So, number 1, of course, I just said, you can be a little mean. You can tell them to take their fiber. Like, you're constipated out here, get that fiber intake in. Number 2, be kind. I know that you're probably having a really bad day today, but you have beautiful hair and eyelashes, and I love your lipstick. You can do that if that's what you're feeling like doing. There's nothing wrong with kindness, of course. A lot of times that kindness may shock them, and they may realize that what they're doing may not be the best idea. Number 3, I have never personally tried this, but I know someone who talked about the fact that you can respond to people's comments with a video. Normally, in those things, people, will ask a question about your video. Like they'll say, hey, that movement that you were doing before, what was the name of it? And rather than you writing in there, oh, that was called Maya, you can demonstrate in there. That's called Maya. It's M-A-Y-A. You move your hips like this, up, out, and around, up, out, and around. You give them a little video back, which of course gives you more views from that person and other people who are looking to see how you answered. You could do the same thing to somebody who gives you a negative comment. You can get on there and say, I got on your page and you don't have any subscribers. Are you living at home in your parents' basement? How's life? Are you eating okay? You're hungry, aren't you? Is that why you're so angry? You know, things like that. You can do that. Why not? Because, I mean, then other people will see it too. You'll get more views. People will laugh. It's going to be great. We need more laughter in the world. So I highly recommend that one. I have not gone so far to do it, but I think it will be really cool to do. I have done this one before. Number 4 is just to simply thank the person for their view. Because even after all that, if they came to your video and they said, oh my God, you're so overweight. What are you doing out there dancing? People have said that. You can respond with, hey, thanks for the view, because at the end of the day, they can't get that view back. They can't get that time back where they saw you out there enjoying your life, smiling, dancing around with your veil, outside, inside, wherever you are. They can't get that time back, nor can they retract that view. It's there. It's in the hundreds of thousands of views that you already have, and you can thank them for that. And they'll be like, man, still angry, right? While you're out here living your best life, creating your beautiful videos, you got to keep doing it, but you can clap back like that too. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving me that view. And if they respond, that's another view, because they have to come back to the video to see it. It's great. It's a win-win for you, so you may as well just say it, right? So that kind of goes under the kindness one, which I said, you know, it's second best. Tummy, I feel like you should always clap back, but that's another way to clap back, right? With sarcasm. Thank you so much for stopping by for your view. You can say something like, too bad you can't get it back. I like to mention to the person that it's interesting that my video came up in their suggested views, because it's like, unless you're out here searching for beautiful black women talking about books, how did you land on this channel? It's because you were probably looking for it. You looked on here, tried to knock me off my square, and you're not going to do it. But I like to do that too. I like to mention to them that, you know, you kind of chose this life. Nobody forced you to get on this video. So I like to put that out there. Let's see what number 5 is. Number 5 is my favorite. I think that I started doing this one like years ago, and it comes from another concept, which I'll talk about in a few weeks, which is about scammers. So we know, a lot of us, I'm not sure if you've been fortunate enough to receive emails from scammers where they have this elaborate story about why they cannot send you part of the money that they're supposed to, like all these crazy stories. So I feel like you got to say something wild from time to time. By wild, I mean just like a random fact. I had somebody get on a video once commenting about how he didn't have children by other women and had never been to prison. I have no idea what this man was talking about. I do not know to this day. So that is a comment I definitely deleted. But I comment back with wild things. And what I mean by wild things are like fun facts. I'm just like, you know, did you know there are 360 degrees in a circle? Did you know there were 7 days in a week? Just wild things like that that have nothing to do with what they're talking about, so that they're confused and they'll probably go away. Because at the end of the day, what we really want is for people to comment kind things on our videos. So I feel like these 5 things can do these to keep people away from your videos commenting negatively, because we don't want that. It does hurt in the moment, but there are some things that you can do to make it better and to eventually get the people to stop bothering you. So I hope these tips at least made you laugh. I want to know if you're going to try any of them. Let me know in the comments. I feel like the negative comments, I thought they were a thing of the past until I started getting them again recently. I don't want anyone to get them, but if you do, try one of these 5 things. Let me know how it works. Whatever you do today, I hope it's something that brings you joy. Bye.